Is Trevor's very good, and wow, between me and you, those prices are awful. He's never gonna sell any of those. $10 for a coffee? That is ridiculous. So this is our stand over here, and in this left chest we'll be able to put all of our ingredients and stuff, and in the right chest we've got a reminder of the recipes. So the first one, we've got recipes. Tea is leaves and water, and then coffee is beans and water. So let's go back inside the lab, and in the testing chamber we've got 2 farms set up, but we've got equal resources each side, so we're going to be able to create some tea and coffee. And wow, Trevor's farm is looking amazing. Look at this, Trevor's garden. There's so many bushes and stuff. They're almost all fully grown and everything, and ours isn't looking too great, so I guess we better get to it. So this is my garden right here, and in this chest is all we're going to need to craft this. So the first thing we're going to have to look at is the coffee beans and also the tea seeds, and we've also got an equal amount of bone meal to kind of speed up the process as well, because we want to get these sold before it gets dark. So the way you get coffee beans and tea seeds is just by punching grass. All you need to do is punch normal grass and you can get a chance of getting either these seeds or these ones. So let's put down some coffee beans right here. Let's put 9 here. Actually, let's put 10 there and then put 10 here as well. So we've got an equal amount of each. Here we go. Let's keep on putting these up, and we're going to grab some bone meal. So they start to grow quite quickly as well, and the coffee bushes end up having this red stuff on them right here, and when they're bright red, they are ready to go. So this is dark red, this is bright, and the tea bushes right here get to their biggest about this size and their darkest green state. So that's when you can start harvesting them, but let's grab some bone meal and start bone milling these bad boys. Here we go. That's a fully grown one. That's a fully grown one. We might need some more bone meal over here, because otherwise we're not going to be able to get enough tea and coffee. We need 8 for at least 1 cup. So let's grow as much as possible. Can we grow enough? I don't know if we're going to be able to. Here we go. There's some tea bushes. I think we've got all the tea bushes ready, apart from 1. Here we go. There's all the tea bushes we need. And we also need some more coffee bushes, but they're taking their time. They really are. So let's grab some of these. And all we need to do is, wow. I didn't mean to punch it that hard. But you need to grab these, which are, where did they go? Where did they go? Here we go. We've got 10 tea leaves and 2 tea seeds. So let's keep punching these, and we should have enough to make loads of tea. So let's just see how much we end up with. We've got 9 tea leaves, and they kind of stack in 36 rather than 64, which is odd. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. We've got 36 plus 9 tea leaves. And let's harvest these, see if we get enough coffee beans to be able to make this. Let's punch these up. And we've got 16, so we do have enough to make some coffee. So what we're also going to need are some cups and also a pestle and mortar as well. So let's grab this clay, and there should be a crafting table around here somewhere. I think there's one over in the stand. So we'll go and do that in a second, and also need to grab this stone and iron ingot as well. So let's go over to our stand and start creating and also pricing up our tea and coffee before all the customers come. So let's just walk along this beautiful yellow and red carpet, move over here, and Trevor's is just sitting waiting for his customers. I hope his tea doesn't get cold. I mean, that's going to be awful if he's selling cold tea and coffee for 10 big dollars. So what we're going to need to make is some cups, and the way you do that is you just add clay in a V shape just like this, kind of like a bucket. So let's make 8 cups for now. Wow, apparently they don't stack as well. And also you need a mortar and pestle. So let's do this coffee first, and the first thing we're going to need, I think, is to cook these coffee beans. So we're going to put half in here, and we're also going to put half in here, and then we're going to need 8 beans in total, and then we're going to need to grind them down with this mortar and pestle, and then we'll be ready to go. So in the meantime, we can grab some water, and we're going to need water in every one of these cups. So let's just grab this empty cup, and we should be able to fill it with water. There we go. And keep on right-clicking on the water, and you should be able to fill them all up. Currently, you don't need to boil the water, which is good for us, because we don't have the time to boil 8 cups of water. When you've got the water, you can then start making your tea and coffee. Now, I believe to make tea, all you need are the tea leaves all the way around the outside, and you can instantly make a full cup of tea. So let's see how many we can make with the leaves that we've been provided. We've got 2 cups of tea. We should probably make try and make 4 of each so we can display them around the edge. So there's our 3rd cup of tea, and let's make 4 cups of tea, and then see how many we can make of the coffees. Let's just put these over here, and I think this is looking good. So while these are cooking, they're almost done, almost all done. We are going to be able to display these. So all you need to do is right-click on our block, but for some reason, it's not working. Is it only working on certain blocks? Why do you not work, tea? Let's see if the coffee works, because we should be able to grind those up in a second, and then we'll just set up the stand later on, and I'll show you how you can drink these. So let's grab these roasted coffee beans and these roasted coffee beans, and then we need to put a mortar and pestle in the middle, and then the beans on top to make coffee grounds. So if we just grind all of these up, and you have like a certain amount of durability on the mortar and pestle, which is really good, so you don't have to keep on crafting them over and over. And now we should be able to make coffee. So let's put them all the way around the outside, and let's see how many we can make. We've got 2 cups of coffee. I think we're only going to make 2 cups of coffee, and then how many cups of tea have we got now? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in total, so 5 teas and 2 coffees. Let's see if we can sell these bad boys. So I'm just going to quickly set up the stall. What should we call it? Let's go Dan TDM's tea, and that's a % sign, that's an up sign. We need and coffee, let's spell it correctly. Let's go Emporium, because that sounds posh, and I think people will come and buy from here. And now we need to set our prices. So Traoris has gone for $6 and $10, which I think is absolutely outrageous, and it's going to be cold. So let's go in dollars as well. Let's go for 3 for a coffee, and let's do 3 for a tea as well, because you don't really need to discriminate between tea and coffee. They cost about the same to make, and there we go. I think we've got a good run on here. So what we're going to do is pretty much set this up, and I'll be back in a second. Right then, so we are all completely set up now. We both have a similar setup, but I think mine are going to be warmer because I've only just kind of cooked them. So basically, we've got all of our teacups around here. We've got 1 coffee cup on the front here, and we're also going to try and taste what our tea and coffee tastes like, because you can't be selling something that you haven't tasted yourself. So first up, the tea, you right click to drink it, and then it will turn into a half teacup. You have to place it on the ground first, as we saw a moment ago. So you have to place them on the ground before you drink them. Unlike an apple, a more